What is a lesson that you've learned so far, Kent, that's really stood out, that's really helped you propel your career? As you were getting going, like what's some of those lessons that you've learned along the way?
One, you've got to be willing to get your hands dirty, right? And just put in the elbow grease that it requires to be successful. Here at Matt Smith Real Estate Group, we're very fortunate to have the team we have. And you and the leadership team provide to us the training and the tools necessary to be successful, right? It's up to us as individual real estate agents to go after it after that. And, apply what you learn. So initially, I'm much better at it now than I was in the beginning. I thought, I can do this. Do I really need to follow this script to a T, or whatever the case may be? I wanted to go out on my own and make it my own, and it doesn't always work. So that's one big thing that I've learned is the tools are there, follow it, and if you follow it, you're going to be successful.
I love that. So guys, that's coming from an agent that didn't have success initially and is having massive success now. That was his breakthrough. So if you're questioning like, why am I doing this script? I know how to do better. Maybe you do. I'll be like, honestly, Kent has the skill set. I trust him to go talk to people. He doesn't need a script. However, if you internalize that script, you understand the framework, you understand what you're supposed to say, what you're supposed to ask and why, and then you add in those people skills, that's where the magic happens.
It's going to be huge for
But you can't do that without internalizing the script and knowing base your next question on their response. You want to have a good conversation with someone, you have to be able to adjust the conversation as you're going, right? Whether it's in person, whether it's on the phone, you have to base your next question on their response. So if you're too scripted and you're reading from a piece of paper, they're going to know it. We've all talked to those salespeople. So you have to have that conversational part. But if you have that conversational part without a guide or a framework internalized, then it doesn't work either, right? So it's the combination of both. And I firmly believe step one is internalizing the script. Once you internalize the script, now you can learn nuances, you can learn different things through how to maximize the script, how to go in this conversation. Because if you get lucky and you set a couple of appointments before you have a script, you're doomed. Like I see it, like it's such a double-edged sword for me, right? As a team leader, as I see new agents come in and they get a house under contract the first week like that. I'm like, yes, but damn it. Because that's going to be a hindrance in their mindset of what it takes to continue to get more and more and more. On the other hand, we have people like you that were grinding. And you and I had several conversations because I want to acknowledge the work that you were putting in. I'm like, dude, I see it. Like, let me help dive in. Let's figure out ways that we can adjust this. Let's adjust that. Hey, come to this event. Let's do these things to keep these tweaks. And what happened was, and I said this in a sales meeting, and I don't know if you caught it or not, but I said, what I love is that Kent was at the top of the leaderboard, right? He had been at the top of the leaderboard for our team, which was 9, 10 pending, something like that at one time, under contract. And he was at the top of the leaderboard. And everyone's like, oh, he came out of nowhere. I'm like, no, he didn't. Let's go back and look at the last 6 months of work. Right. I knew it was coming. And I said, it took a little longer than the normal 90 days. There's a couple of factors. Number one, it's a new marketplace. Number two, the changes in the marketplace. And number three, some of the skill sets that you've learned, right? But what I love about that is that I know that you are a great person, and all those people you had a conversation with, you made the human connection with.
Absolutely.
And that compound effect, that momentum that we build in this business, what I said in that sales meeting is what's cool about this is I know that Kent's not going anywhere, meaning he's going to stay at the top of the leaderboard because of that compound effort of work you put in. Most people do it for 3 months. They start seeing the results. It took you 6. You're going to see the results for twice as long now, right? Like, don't take that as hey, I'm going to stop doing what I need to do. But like, that's just how it works. Just take that as a lesson, guys, if you're listening, is that you have to be willing to put in that work. But it's also, those scripts are important, but also you got to be able to base your next question on that person's response. You got to be able to quick on your feet, so to speak.